Hello, and welcome to the Get Involved Training Series, Volume 3, Tracking Attendance in Person and Virtually. My name is Lori Smith, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. I have the pleasure of being a professional staff member and advisor within the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership, which is part of the Department of Student Centers and Activities. The Student Involvement and Leadership Office is located in the Student Activity Center, also known as the SAC. It's located on George Street on the College Avenue campus. Our team works with colleagues throughout the university to serve all 40,000 plus undergraduate students throughout their involvement and leadership journey. Using a student-centered approach, the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership provide experiential learning opportunities to create transformative experiences for Rutgers University students. Our office recognizes, trains, and supports over 500 plus student organizations, student government, and commuter students through learning, advising, and advocacy support. Our goal is to connect students with the amazing involvement opportunities throughout the university. And one of the main ways we do this is through the Get Involved platform. Today, during our Get Involved Training Series Volume 3, you'll be learning how to track attendance at in-person and virtual events. I hope you're ready to get started. Tracking attendance is an important piece of planning and executing events. The Get Involved platform has several options for tracking attendance that you can use to collect a snapshot of who is attending your events. The data you collect can be important in planning future events, developing evaluations for your department or organization, and can be helpful in transitioning new staff members or organization members, managing your budget, your allocation. And this also can help you better track attendance, log eligibility for officer positions or internships, and assist in contacting potential new members. After this workshop, check out the platform at getinvolved.rutgers.edu to see the tools I'm discussing and create your events. We also have a workshop on this channel about creating an event if you need a refresher. Being able to create an event is an important part of tracking because you have to have your event created first. The first option I'm going to discuss is the Rutgers Event Pass. Similar to the mobile boarding passes used on airlines, every student at Rutgers, New Brunswick is provided a secure, unique mobile event pass for check-in at events. As students show up to events, they can pull up their Rutgers Event Pass, and you, as the event organizer, can easily scan them in. This automatically connects the name and email of the student attendee to your Get Involved event. Students can find their event pass by logging into Get Involved and accessing their user drawer in the top right of the screen. They simply click on their name or initial, an event pass option will appear and be available for them to access at any time. You might be wondering, how do you scan your event pass at your event? It can be done quite easily by using an app that you download onto your device, such as your personal phone or tablet. You'll need two things to get started. First of all, like I said, you'll need to download the Campus Labs Event Check-in app, which is available in any device's app store. Next, you'll need the event code, which I'm going to show you next. So don't worry about that yet, just keep that in mind. And you'll need to know that any staff members that are tasked with helping you check people into your event will also need those two things. They'll need the app on their device and they'll need that code. Student attendees do not need to download anything. Only the event provider and any designated volunteers. You also must have the full access to the events tools in the Get Involved organizational profile. If you don't remember how to get that access, we have a video in this channel on managing your roster and permissions, and that will help you with that piece. Once you've downloaded the app, open it up, and the first screen will ask you to enter an event access code. That code is provided for you after you create an event within Get Involved. And again, just a quick reminder, we have a whole video on how to do that. But that event code is located on the event on your Get Involved profile. The access code will appear in the bottom right-hand screen once you've clicked on your event. Enter that code into the mobile app and tap Start Sessions, and you'll be prompted to sign in. Type in with your credentials. These are the same that you would use to type in to Get Involved, such as your NetID and password, and you'll be directed to the event check-in page. While I'm showing you this section, I also want to point out another feature you might want to use if you're hosting your event virtually. Directly under the access code is a virtual event URL that's used for tracking attendance at virtual events. This URL will act similarly to scanning passes. In your Zoom or WebEx event, simply post this unique URL code in the event chat. I usually post it about 4 times, once at the beginning of the event and end, and twice in the middle. That way I can get a hold of anyone who's come in or out of the event and make sure they see that link. Announce that attendees need to click the link, which will then direct them quickly to a screen and Get Involved that shows them that they are now listed as having attended your event. The whole process is pretty painless, and it will then attach the attendees to your event similarly to the way the event pass does in person. Now back to scanning on the event pass. Okay, so you've inputted the code, tap Start Scanning, and now you're ready to scan. If your phone asks for permission to use your camera, choose yes, because it will need the camera in order to scan event passes. Position the edges of the scanning box over the edges of the attendee's event pass. As soon as the scanner recognizes the user, it will display a box with their basic details, including their RSVP status. Tap Check-in to confirm the user and click OK to continue scanning. If you come across an attendee that doesn't have their mobile pass, doesn't have a way of getting it, you can tap No Pass below in the scanning area and select Lookup. Search for the attendee by name or email. And when I say email, it's their Scarlet email. And when you find the right person, tap their name to confirm their check-in. If you're scanning and cannot locate them in the system, you can add them manually by clicking the plus sign at the top right of the screen, typing their email address and hitting Submit. At any point in this process, you can toggle between scanning passes and the attendee list. Tap the word attendees at the bottom of the screen in order to view your attendees. If you need to remove someone, let's say you're keeping strict attendance at your event and someone leaves early, you can tap on the attendee list, locate the person, tap on their name, swipe left, and click Remove. And that's all there is to it. Now you might be thinking, what happens if I collected my attendance already? Maybe I used a registration form, or I used an Excel spreadsheet, or had a sign in at my event. As long as you have their names, NetID, or Scarlet Mail, you can pretty much create a file to upload within the Get Involved system that will also attach these attendees to your event. Essentially, you need to develop a file that has all of the attendees listed by their Scarlet Mail. And then you just upload that document and it will attach them to the system. If you prefer, you can also enter individual attendees one at a time by email address, selecting the Text Entry tab. Here you will have the ability to add the email address. Again, it's the Scarlet Mail, and select a status of attended, absent, excused, or non-applicable for each participant. You can add up to 500 email addresses, one per line, but you need to batch them. So all people who attended need to be uploaded. If you want to add a list of who was excused, you have to do that as a separate grouping. Now I want to show you how to retrieve your attendee information. Anytime you can go back to Get Involved and log in under the Manage View, go to the Event tool, click on your event. You'll see a range of options related to your event that might help you in managing your event, including like checking RSVPs or invitations. But the one I'm wanting to show you today is at the top, and that's the Track Attendance button. And you can export a list of your attendees directly from that screen. It will go to your downloads section, and you can then use it as an Excel document, however you need for your organization and department success. Thank you so much. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions related to tracking attendance, both virtually and in person. We have other videos on this training channel that might be of interest to you, and I hope you check them out. My name is Lori Smith, and all of us in the Office of Student Involvement and Leadership are very excited to help you if you need any further assistance. Thank you.